UFC Noche. Here's my predictions.
I see my haters proud of me now. When I'm around, it's all smiles. I took over my whole town.
All right, to start off, this card on paper, I give it a solid 7.5. I've said it before. Any fight with Ode Osbourne on the main card can't get over an 8 or a 9 in my opinion. I'm really interested to see that Irene Aldana fight versus Norma Dumont. I feel like that's going to be an absolute war. That Edgar Chavez versus Joshua Van fight is going to be an absolute slugfest in my opinion. And also on top of that, we got one of my favorite fighters coming up in through the ranks, Ignacio Baja Mendez taking on Manuel Torres. So that should be an absolute fun fight. Prelims is pretty stacked in my opinion. But with that being said, here's my full prelim predictions. And with that being said, let's get into these main card predictions. Kicking off the main card, we have Ronaldo Lazy Boy Rodriguez versus Ode Osbourne. I feel like Ronaldo Lazy Boy Rodriguez, he has had a very tough life. He went to the Contender Series, did not make it after that. Went back to the indie scene, did his thing, came back to the UFC, finished his first fight in the UFC, which he looked fantastic in, while Ode Osbourne is coming off of back-to-back losses, both submission losses. I feel like this is a fight made for Lazy Boy to kind of get a resume padded, started, you know what I mean, in the UFC. Ode Osbourne is a very solid name that a lot of UFC fans would know, in my opinion. So I feel like I'm taking Lazy Boy by second round TKO knockout. Following that fight, we have my prediction for fight of the night. We got Mr. Daniel Zellhuber versus Esteban Ribovics. This fight, in my opinion, this fight does not go to the final bell, but if it does, we're going to have an absolute fire fest the entire 15 minutes, in my opinion. Daniel Zellhuber is on a 3-fight winning streak, and Esteban Ribovics is on a 2-fight winning streak, and coming off of a massive knockout over Terrence McKinney. This fight, I think, lives up to the billing. I feel like whoever wins this is going to get a very big name in their next fight, because this fight, I feel like, sets them up for that. With that being said, I think I'm leaning towards Esteban Ribovics, and I'm taking him by decision or third round knockout. Sean Shelby and the other matchmakers really love this fight. They had to rebook it. We got Mr. Brian Ortega taking on Diego Lopez. This fight is fantastic on all sides. A lot of people are counting on Brian Ortega. A lot of people think it's Diego Lopez's time to rise up right now. And I agree with him. I feel like Diego Lopez is going to be too much for Brian Ortega. But Brian Ortega has came into some of these fights where he's just nonchalant and he somehow comes out with the win. It's going to be very fun to see how this one plays out. If Diego Lopez can blitz through him like he's been blitzing through some of these other guys, I don't know. But I will say I have to pick a winner. But if I had to bet on this, my bet would be this fight not to go the distance. And with that being said, I think Diego Lopez wins by second round knockout. In the co-main event of the night, we have the flyweight belt on the line. We got Miss Valentina Shevchenko trying to get her title back from Miss Alexa Grasso. These two women have fought each other. This is going to be their third time in a row. So we've seen what they can do. We've seen how this fight tends to go. Valentina Shevchenko looks really good throughout the majority of the fight, in my opinion. The second fight, if that round wasn't a 10-8, I feel like she wins that. In the first fight, she was winning on the scorecards until she got caught in the submission. I feel like Valentina, the third time's a charm for her. I'm taking her to win by decision or late TKO knockout, probably in 4th, 5th round in the championship rounds. I'll take Valentina, but I'll take her by decision.
Someone is slapping the bag with a baseball bat.
Yeah, it's bad.
Oh, head kick. It's it. Oh, my God.
In the main event of the night, we got the Sugar Show, the man who said he's going to be bigger than Conor McGregor. I don't think that's possible. Taking on Merab Dvalishvili. Merab Dvalishvili is on a massive 10-fight win streak, and his last 3 wins have came over 3 former champs. Look at those names. That is an impressive resume, and he's ran through the last 3 of them. He ran through them. Looked pretty easy. Constant wrestling pressure, and he just breaks them. I mean, he tends to break them. I mean, he puts them on their back foot, and he does it for however long the fight is. Now, the caveat to that, Sean O'Malley is a complete and utter disgusting sniper. That man catches your chin, you tend to go down. And Merab tends to get hit a lot of his fights. The biggest question in this fight for me is, can Merab eat one of those punches. If Merab can eat one of those punches and get to Sean O'Malley's legs, he has a very, very good chance of winning this fight. I think he can. I think he can survive one of his punches. He's been rocked in most of these last fights he's been in. He's recovered fantastically and went on to dominate the entire fight. I feel like that probably happens again, but don't get me wrong. Sean O'Malley can completely turn his man's lights off with one punch, in my opinion. He can. Do I think he does it? No. So with that being said, I am taking Merab Dvalishvili by dominant decision. What do you guys think about this card? How would y'all rate this card? Who do y'all think is going to win on this card? Let me know down below in the comments. Like always, if you enjoyed the video, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Be good people. Peace.